Hello students. So I welcome you to today's session, today's video. We are talking about Nazism. A lot of points we have already discussed. Only two topics are left, so we'll be completing it soon. We have got the revised syllabus from CBSE, and this revised syllabus very clearly mentions that we have to do this chapter. So, yes, we will be completing this chapter. Once we complete this chapter, we will be discussing the question answers. So, the test that would be happening, whether it's an online test or when the school reopens, then we will be having the examinations. So, for all those places, for all those things, the one thing that is necessary is that you do these chapters properly and try to solve the question answers also. Okay, we'll be discussing the question answers. Lot of questions are there, lot of extra questions would be there from between the chapter also. So activities are there, we can complete the chapter more activity also. Activities make the chapter very interesting. Got it? So certain activities are there that I'll be giving you in your snap homework. You can solve those questions also. Okay. Now we start with this topic which talks about youth in the Nazi Germany. Means Hitler has changed the scenario in the world. In Germany, people were talking about Germany. Certain actions and certain initiatives that were taken by Hitler are really appreciable. कुछ चीज़ें जो थी उसमें what we needed to discuss is that he is a person who inspired the Germans to a very high level. एक ऐसा टाइम था, इट वॉज सच अ सिचुएशन, इट वॉज सच अ मोमेंट वेयर पीपल वेर रेडी टू ले डाउन देयर लाइव्स. कुछ भी करने को तैयार थे ये. तो लुक एट द यू कांट डू एनीथिंग फॉर एनी वन विदाउट एनी रीज़न, प्रॉपर रीज़न. People had so much of faith in him. People believed on him so much that they have taken all those steps, and a time had come when the whole world was talking about Germany. So definitely the credit goes to Hitler somehow. Now Hitler tried to understand youth. Youth are the base of any country, please. Because what happens is that these young people, if they are not guided properly, if they are not taken towards a right path, so the country will not progress, or the country will not develop the way it should. Okay, so youth in the Nazi Germany were very active, and they were ready to support Hitler in all the manners. How? Just see, some of the points are here. He was fanatically interested in the youth. Fanatically, मतलब try to understand the meaning of the word fanatically. पागलपन की हद तक. Okay, and he felt that a strong Nazi society could be established by teaching children Nazi ideology. If the children, if these things, क्योंकि देखो क्या होता है ना, children's minds are very purest form, and these minds can be molded easily. Molded means इनको आप जो सिखाएंगे ना वही सीखते हैं children. So if proper education is given, if proper insight is given to them, they are the ones who can shape the future of the country. So he thought that children should be taught Nazi ideology, and children should be I mean the whatever lessons are being given to the children, they should follow it in the school as well as outside the school also. ऐसा नहीं है that the discipline things that are taught in the school, once the children go outside they forget it. No, it has to be inculcated in them in such a manner they are always disciplined. One thing, some things I am just citing an example, children. Okay, and in the schools under Nazism, in the schools, what happened? All the schools were cleansed and purified. Schools were also cleansed and purified. साफ सफाई कर दी गई. Now remember, we discussed in the last video, what was this cleansing process? क्या किया उन्होंने cleansing के लिए? What all things were done to cleanse the school, to purify the school? What steps were taken by Hitler to purify the schools? So सबसे पहले remember the Jews or those who were seen as politically unreliable, means the people who can talk against Hitler, or who can misguide the children or give some wrong information about Hitler. Such teachers were removed from the school. In the school also, there were the cleansing process was there, process was, who can supposedly talk against Hitler were asked to leave the school. So you can understand that his program in the school was also being carried on very properly. Children were first segregated, German children separate, Jews children separate. They could not sit together, they could not play together, because the society was to be purified. Na? Bilkul, a society is to be made which consists of only the Aryans. Got it? So, undesirable children, Jews, physically handicapped children, gypsies were thrown out of the schools, and finally they were taken to the gas chambers. Now, children, again, certain points are there. I feel really very emotional that बच्चों की क्या गलती है? What is the mistake of the children if they are Jews, if they are physically handicapped? But okay, chalo. That was the ideology of Hitler. That was the Nazi ideology, where they were carrying on with their cleansing work, with their clarification, with their work where they needed to cleanse the society, they needed to purify the society, and they were very busy doing that. Okay. So, in a Nazi ideology, prolonged period of ideological training was there. School textbook were rewritten. Racial science was introduced. I discussed it in my previous video that racial science was totally different, where the race of the Jews is determined. Eyes, nose, hair, teeth, face structure, ears, neck, everything. So that was a different subject altogether that was introduced. And Nazi idea of race was stereotypes about stereotype means you think something about, feel that it is the only thing that is correct. Okay, यही एक चीज़ है जो कि सही है. आप जो दिमाग में सोच रहे हो बस उसी को सही मान के चलते हो. That is stereotype. You don't accept any new thing, you don't promote any new thing. You, whatever you feel like correct, that is the only thing that you are telling everyone. That is a stereotype. So children were taught to be loyal, submissive, hate the Jews, worship Hitler, because it was the Nazi Germany. So in the Nazi Germany, it was only one person who was to be respected, and that was Hitler. So even the function of sports was to nurture a spirit of violence and aggression. You know, sports is such a place where you learn lot of things. ठीक है, ये मैं इसमें आई एम नॉट टेलिंग समथिंग अबाउट द नाजिज्म, बट इट इज़ जस्ट कमिंग टू माई माइंड दैट व्हेन यू प्ले अ स्पोर्ट, तो you get a spirit of what do I say, how do I explain it, that a feeling of competitiveness. Okay, and then you learn everything. Sports games खेलना बहुत ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि क्या होता है, when you play, suppose you are playing football, there are two teams. Okay, one will win, one will lose. You are a loser, you learn to lose also. Game है. The things that happen in game, the same things happen in life also, children. This is just a moral point that had come to my mind that I was sharing with you. That what happens is कि some of the students, they always feel that winning is the only thing that we need to understand. हारना क्या होता है ये तो मुझे पता ही नहीं है, ये तो मुझे आता ही नहीं है. No, learn to lose also. And every time you can't be a loser na. Today if you have lost, might be possible that you win also. So back to the this. spirit of violence, spirit of aggression should be there among children. कि जीतने का एक जज्बा होना चाहिए. There should be a spirit of winning, and children should be taught the sportsmanship, how a sportsman takes up any project and how he carries it forward. That is to be understood. So and Hitler wanted certain games, he promoted. Amongst them, boxing could make children iron hearted, strong and masculine. So he liked boxing, so he promoted boxing. Okay, boxing was one sport that was introduced there. Okay, now what happened? Youth organizations were made, and German youth was to be made was to be taught about German Nazi ideology, spirit of national socialism. Everybody should have lot of belongingness towards the country. A 10-year-old child has to enter young Volk. Now this is a German terminology, children. What is young Volk? Young Volk was a small, just see children, the meaning is mentioned here. Young Volk. Young Volk, a Nazi youth group for children below 14 years of age. 14 साल से कम के जो बच्चे हैं उनके लिए ये ग्रुप बनाया गया था, and they have to be a part of this young Volk. So at 14 all boys have to join the Nazi youth organizations. Imagine 14 साल के बच्चे को क्या पता होता है, अभी 10th क्लास कर रहे होते हैं. ठीक है, अभी you all are what's your age, 12 years, 13 years. तो 13-14-year-old child is given the army training. So you can understand that Hitler has made army so important and so much. It was made such an organization which was the most important one. They learned to worship war. वॉर में पार्टिसिपेट करना है और जीतना है. ग्लोरीफाई एग्रेशन एंड वायलेंस, मतलब ऑल थिंग दैट कैन लीड यू टू अ विनिंग. थोड़ा सा भी हारना नहीं है. ईच एंड एवरी चाइल्ड वॉज टॉट टू विन. Okay, condemn democracy. They all, because they worshipped Hitler. Hitler was worshipped as God. So when he is worshipped as God, so he said ki the same policy should be followed everywhere. And hate the Jews, the communists, the gypsies, and all those categorized as undesirable. All the people who were considered as undesirable, they were to be hated by, not only by Hitler, by each and every German. Okay, every German who had got the spirit of nationalism, they have to hate the Jews. So after a period of ideological and physical training, lot of training was there. Army training otherwise also, children, it's very rigorous. ठीक है, आप आर्मी में जा रहे हो, किस सिचुएशन में जाना है, what situation you would be there. Many a times it happens, children. Army men, I really salute them. That the kind of tough situations that they face, it's very inspiring. So the same kind of a lesson, the same kind of thing was taught to these people who were there in the army. And they had to serve in the armed forces and enter one of the Nazi organizations. They made it sure that they are serving the country in whichever manner they can. Okay, so Youth League of Nazis was founded 1922 में. 4 years later it was renamed Hitler Youth. So such a youth movement, to unify the youth movement under Nazi control, all the youth organizations were systematically dissolved and finally banned. Okay, the youth movement that was to be carried on, the young people who were a part of the Hitler's Nazi Germany, all these have to come together. All the youth organizations, many organizations were there now, but now only organizations that were supporting Nazi Germany were promoted. Rest all organizations were banned. Okay, young organizations. ऐसा नहीं होना that somebody is spreading the message of Nazi Germany. Nazis को अगर कोई खराब कह देगा, या if somebody inspires the Nazis, the youth to go against Hitler, तो क्या होगा? Okay, so that was to be banned. Then just see one nice source is here, and it has been taken from the German book. W. He has written this book, The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. Now, Reich, try to understand what does Reich mean. The German parliament was called as Riksdag. तो दिस इज द शॉर्ट फॉर्म ऑफ रिक्सटैग रिक, मतलब यहाँ पे जर्मन पार्लियामेंट की बात हो रही है कि आफ्टर द फॉलिंग डाउन ऑफ द थर्ड रिक, दैट इज द पार्लियामेंट, what was the situation in Germany. Okay, all the boys between the age of 6 and 10 went through the preliminary training in Nazi ideology. ठीक है, उस समय का सिचुएशन, व्हाट वेर द सिचुएशंस एट दैट टाइम, दैट इज व्हाट इज क्लियरली मेंशन्ड हियर. एंड एट द एंड ऑफ द ट्रेनिंग they have to take the oath of, because Hitler wanted a loyal youth, a young people who are ready to lay down their lives for the sake of the country. He wanted that kind of a population, he wanted that kind of a group. Okay, so he said that in the presence of the blood banner, which represents our Führer, Hitler's another name was Führer. Okay, Hitler, we call him, formally we call him Hitler, but in Germany he was also called as Führer. So this blood banner means the red color flag, remember, that was the blood banner. It represented Führer, it represented Hitler. I swear to devote all my energies, that was the oath. क्या होता है when there is the oath taking ceremony, स्कूल में भी कितनी बार क्या, every year you have ना, you select the representative body, the children are selected, the head boy, the head girl, then they take the oath. That is the sense of responsibility towards the school, what all towards the school that they are studying, and what all a sense of belongingness is there, how they will be serving their school, how they, apart from studies, what are their other responsibilities towards the school, this oath is taken. In the same way, the Nazi youth was taking an oath. In the banner means the flag, Hitler's flag. It represents Führer. I swear means, you know, to devote all my energies and my strength, I'm sorry children, and my strength to the savior of our country, Adolf Hitler. Okay, all their respect and all their energies was directed towards saving Hitler and towards serving Hitler. So I am willing and ready to give up my life for him, so help me God. कि भगवान हमारी मदद कीजिए, एंड वी आर लॉयल टूवर्ड्स हिटलर, वी वांट टू बी रेस्पेक्टफुल टू हिम, मतलब दे हैव टू टेक दिस ओथ. एंड व्हेन यू टेक एन ओथ, then that kind of a sense of responsibility develops. आप जब किसी चीज़ का प्रण लेते हो ना, आई एम जस्ट एक्सप्लेनिंग इट इन अ सिंपल मैनर, तो यू डेवलप दैट काइंड ऑफ अ सेंस, दैट काइंड ऑफ एन एटीट्यूड. ओके, दिस इज वन ऑफ द सोर्सेज. नेक्स्ट सोर्स में देखो क्या है, रॉबर्ट ले, हेड ऑफ द जर्मन लेबर फ्रंट. व्हाट व्हेन द चाइल्ड इज 3 years old, 3 साल के बच्चे की ट्रेनिंग शुरू हो जाती है. इमेजिन हाउ मच पीपल वेयर डेडिकेटेड टूवर्ड्स सर्विंग द कंट्री. किस हद तक कि बच्चा पैदा होते ही उसको ट्रेनिंग नाजिज्म की शुरू हो जाती थी. As soon as he even starts to think, he is given a little flag to wave. छोटा सा जर्मन हिटलर का फ्लैग जो था. Then comes school, the Hitler youth, the young people are there, they are given the training. There is the military service is there, and when all this is over, we don't let go of anyone. ये सारी चीज़ें हो जाती है, the labor front takes hold of them and keeps hold until they go to the grave, whether they like it or not. पसंद हो चाहे नहीं हो, ट्रेनिंग होती रहती थी. Each and every child in Germany was given a training. That was there. Okay, पहले तो a child of 3 years old, then he's given a then the Hitler youth, the young Volk, and then the labor training was given. Each and every German have to do the work of the labor. ऐसा क्यों करते थे? So that there is a sense of respect for all kind of work. आप अगर suppose you are at the topmost position also, फिर भी you never know what situations you will be facing. ठीक है? That was the idea behind this kind. Now just see some of the pictures, original pictures of Hitler with the children, beautiful children, Aryan children of Germany, desirable children that Hitler wanted to see multiplied. Multiplied means their brothers and their mothers should give birth to more beautiful children, and the beauty of Germany will increase with the increase in the beauty of the people moving around. चारों तरफ आपको खूबसूरती नज़र आनी चाहिए, कहीं भी बदसूरती नहीं होनी चाहिए. ठीक है? Yeah, that was the idea, Nazi ideology. Just see, yeah, the children are very beautiful. German blooded infant. Infant means a young just born baby, with his mother being brought from occupied Europe to annexed Poland for settlement. Okay, so just see the flag that he is carrying. It is bearing the sign of Hitler's flag, and just see how proud how proudly the child is smiling, and look at the mother. So this was the condition that was to be followed, and figures 23, 24 and 20. Imagine yourself, ये देखो ये यहाँ पे these figures that are given here. Imagine that you are a Jew or a Pole in the Nazi Germany. September 1941 time period is there, and the law is asking the Jews to wear the Star of David. Has just been declared. Means all the Jews, they have to always have that badge with them. एक badge हमेशा इनके पास होता था, so that they can be easily identified that they belong to the Jew community. Okay, and there was no way out for escaping from Germany. That is there. Okay, it was only the final solution. So just see. एक तो in the Nazi Germany, one thing that has developed was the youth, then the motherhood. Mothers were to be treated with lot of respect. Children were taught repeatedly. They were said that women were different from men. The kind of treatment that is given to men, the same kind of treatment cannot be given to women. Okay, and equal rights of men was to be thought about. Women are there. They have become the part of democratic struggle. Everywhere they are struggling. It would destroy society if the mothers are struggling. ठीक है? Hitler's idea was that mothers should be kept away from all kind of a struggle. They should be kept comfortably, and while boys, because it is the mother who has to give all the training. All the initial training was to be given by mother. तो boys को क्या training देनी है, girls को क्या training देनी है, that was very clearly signified here. Boys को कहा गया they have to be aggressive, masculine means like male like, मतलब very strong hearted, okay, and steel hearted. And girls को उन्होंने कहा they have to become good mothers and rear pure blooded Aryan children. मतलब the girls have to give, because the girls who were staying in Germany now, the girls who are there in Germany, उनको they have to just get married to a German, not a Jew. Okay, they have to get married to an Aryan and give birth to more Aryan children. So purity of race needs to be maintained. Distance from the Jews, no Jew and no Aryan can be staying together. Look after their home, teach their children the Nazi values, and they had to be the bearers of Aryan culture and race. Okay, Aryan culture has to be promoted. Aryan culture has to be taken care of. it has to be respected and taken forward. So Hitler said that in his country, in his state, mothers are the most important citizen. लेकिन ऑल मदर्स वेर नॉट ट्रीटेड इक्वली, सारे मदर्स को जो है बहुत ही इक्वल ट्रीटमेंट नहीं मिलता था, बिकॉज विमेन मोर रेडिकली रेशियली हु वेर अनडिजायरेबल चिल्ड्रन वेर पनिश्ड. Means the women also have to give birth to only Aryan looking children. They don't have to give birth to children who are looking who resemble a Jew. Okay. And the women who were giving birth to Aryan children, they were rewarded. They were given rewards. Just see, racially desirable children were awarded. They were given favored treatment in hospitals में, and they were also entitled to a concession shop. उनको medals मिलता था. They used to get medals. And on theater tickets, railway fares, women have to produce many children. They needed to produce many children. Honor was given to the ladies who produced as many children. 5 children, 6 children. Just see, a reward was also there. A bronze cross was given for 4 children. 4 बच्चे अगर पैदा किए हैं, if 3 women were to 4 children, for a bronze cross was given. Silver medal cross was given for a lady who has given birth to 6 children, and gold medal was given to a lady who has given birth to 8 children. So women, the concept of development of women in Nazi Germany was totally different. आज की डेट में अगर हम ऐसा अगर सोचेंगे तो इट वुड बी वेरी फुलिश. वी आर नॉट, आई एम नॉट कंपेयरिंग द सिचुएशन, अंडरस्टैंड दैट वाज द नाजी जर्मनी एंड दैट वाज द नाजी आइडियोलॉजी. वहाँ पे वही काम हो रहा था जो हिटलर चाहते थे. पीपल डिड नॉट डू एनीथिंग ऑन देयर ओन विश एंड एनीथिंग ऑन देयर ओन. Hitler's wish was kept at the topmost position. And all Aryan women, the women who deviated from the code, means the lady is Aryan, the lady is perfect for a Nazi Germany. Suppose she falls in love with some Jew boy or Jew man and gets married to a Jew, so she was very much insulted, humiliated. They were asked to maintain contact. They were asked to maintain distance from Jews, Poles, Russians, and if they were found having any kind of a relationship with these people, तो उनके सिर से उनको they have to shave their heads and blackened hanging around their neck. Board मतलब कि there were cards hanging around their neck कि I have sullied my nation, मैंने अपने country के साथ धोखा दिया है, मैंने अपने country को धोखा दिया है. बहुत सारी ladies को जेल भी हो जाती थी. They received the jail sentences. They lost the civic honor, means in the country the kind of respect that they would be getting, they did not get that. Many received jail sentences. The ladies who were not following the ideology or the principles of Hitler, these ladies, these women have to face very harsh consequences. Okay, so that is what was the Germany all about, children. This was the Nazi cult and this was the Nazi ideology. The next topic, that is there, children, the art of propaganda. Try to understand propaganda. What is the meaning of propaganda? I am just explaining it today. We will be doing it, this topic in the next video, children. Propaganda means you spread certain messages in such a manner that although it's very bad, बहुत खराब है वो, people should never do such a kind of a thing, but the way it is propagated, लोगों को ऐसा बताया जाता है, they feel like it is the best. इससे अच्छा तो हो ही नहीं सकता. Nothing good could happen than this. This kind of a thing that existed, that prevailed, and how Germans have done it. How did they propagate the idea of Nazism पूरी दुनिया को पता ही नहीं था what is the final solution. Means how long, for such a long time, they have hidden many messages. They did not let the whole world know about the reality. How did they do that? We will be discussing about it in the next video, children. Till then, please keep revising. Thank you so much and all the best to you.